From San Francisco, Lizette Wanzer, honorable mention, literary nonfiction, reading from Closeted.
Thank you for staying with us all this time. We're almost there. I'm reading a brief excerpt from a nonfiction piece called Closeted. I'd been a very sickly child from my 6th through 11th years, wrestling with severe asthma attacks that enshrouded my lungs with little warning, even less mercy, and with no regard at all for school, baseball, cheerleading, or ballet. Many a late night, many of them, saw my family bundled out of our slumbers and into the powder blue station wagon en route to Smithtown Hospital ER. By 3rd grade, I could pronounce my medications and spell them: Quiberon, Alupent, Metaprel, and the one I loved to unchain in front of the docs, Theophylline preparation. Coughing, wheezing, adrenaline injection, sometimes 2, 3, 4 of them. Code this and code that, crackling from the PA, the indelible stench of illness, misery, despair. Even more harrowing than not being able to breathe, though, was the unrelieved white. Floors, curtains, sheets, screens, hot overhead lights, attaining an appalling zenith in the person of the nurses. Hat, blouse, skirt, stocking, shoes. More often than not, we'd arrive home well after 3 a.m., and I'd be home from school that day, the next, the next. I was a confident latchkey kid with Caesar, my large German shepherd, as company. Asthma attacks were vile and no joke, but I knew opportunity when I saw it. For instance, once my sister had caught the school bus and Mother and Dad had left for their offices, I had run of the house. I loved to read. Dad had built bookshelves into my bedroom closet, and they were stocked full. After reading all of my books, I moved on to my sister's, including her Judy Blume collection. But by the time I was 9, I'd finished hers and most of Mother's Good Housekeeping issues. I scavenged a few forgettable paperbacks from beneath my parents' wide bed, but the top shelf in their bedroom closet turned out to be the true trove. Their closet was off limits for my sister and me, but during the long, sickly days alone in the empty house, damp and feverish in my ruffled nightgown, temptation and curiosity got the better of me. The shelf was too high for me to reach, so I dragged one of the heavy black chairs from the kitchen down the carpeted hall and into the bedroom, Caesar following all the way. He would sit beside the chair as I clambered onto it, and we'd both gaze up at the shelf in anticipation. Even on the chair, I was still half a head short. I'd stand on tiptoe, raise my right arm, grope the shelf above, rock the chair precariously. I could not see a thing, but whenever I encountered a book that felt interesting, I'd clutch its corner with 3 or 4 fingers and ease the book toward the brink. The closet shelf granted entry to a volatile world of knowledge. By my 10th birthday, Sidney Sheldon and Irving Wallace had become favorites. The Second Lady, The Other Side of Midnight, The Fan Club. There was a slew of Victoria Holt, Judith Krantz, Princess Daisy, The Thornbirds, Chayefsky's unsettling but unputdownable altered states. The Joy of Sex presented quite the adventure, by turns astonishing and horrifying, almost impossible. But I stuck with it, stoically hiking my nightgown up, propping my lighted music box mirror between my legs to follow some of the detailed step-by-step maneuvers in the Love Your Body chapter. I became so familiar with the shelf that, even though I could not see the books above, I knew the volumes I'd already read by the way they felt in my straining hands. Sharp corners, ripped covers, crisp edges, vellum pages, spine width, embossed titles, all served as a cobbled braille. I would shift the books around until an unfamiliar one, of fresh heft and finish, slid into my palm. Dad arrived home first at 3:30. You could set your watch by his punctual arrival. I'd always have the prescribed books returned to the closet and the kitchen chair back to the dining table, just before his car turned into the driveway. I'd then skate over the carpet, blurring away the chair's telltale furrows, on the way back to my room and back to my bed. Pillows propped, covers pulled up to my chin, music box mirror chiming, Caesar curled over my legs, and, as the keys slid into the front door's lock, Tuck Everlasting opened carefully across my chest. Thank you.